Hey, good morning, fishing friends. This is Robert Maddox coming to you from the fishing barn. Listen, I want to share something with you that I've run across that I think is very, very special. To the bass fishermen who love to use spinner baits, I've come across something that I think is unique, innovative, and absolutely completely the most versatile spinner bait system I have ever seen. Let me share it with you. First, for you fishermen out there, you know, when you use a spinner bait, a lot of things change. Like the weather may change, the water clarity changes, the wind may decrease, it may pick up. You may want to burn a spinner bait over across the top of the water. You may want to slow roll one deep down there about 30 feet or so, maybe 40 feet. All of that is possible with a spinner bait. That's why people say they're so versatile. But what if you could use the same wire and the Canyon Plastics system to just have everything at the drop of a hat? I mean, really at the very end of your fingertips. Let me show you. You know, oftentimes we need a red spinner bait, so you go buy one. But maybe you need 1 3/4. Maybe you want 1 1/2. Maybe you need 1/4. So you don't just buy one, you buy 3 or 4. Maybe you need a bluegill. Same thing. You go buy a bluegill spinner bait, 3 or 4 sizes. You want to go fish at night? Here's a good night spinner bait. Good thumper, good Colorado blade, black. It's the classic night blade. But what if it's clear water at night? So what do? We buy another spinner bait. And before long, before you know it, you end up with a box like this full of spinner baits. Just full. Now guys, what if you want to take that spinner bait, it's blowing 30 miles an hour, and you want to make that long cast with it, you want to cover a lot of water. None of these here would have done it, but you need that 1 ounce or that 1 3/8 ounce spinner bait. You go buy them. You're always buying them. Well, guess what? Canyon Plastics has come out with a system. It's a wire, quick change device, both for the blade and for the jig itself. What does that really mean? Well, let me start with the top. What it does to the jig is it actually gives it free motion. It's not connected to the wire except for through that loop. So what you see is the jig moves in a 360 degrees. So every time that you hit a stump, every time you deflect off a limb, this goes back and forth. Fantastic idea. How about when you're the bass? The bass comes along, bites this jig, then jumps out of the water and tries to use the weight of the wire and the blades to dislodge that hook. Well, guess what? Now it just moves around in its mouth. It has no leverage whatsoever. It can't do it. Fantastic. Makes the spinnerbait that much better. But that's just the beginning. Truly the beginning. Let me show you how easy this is. And remember, patent pending device. You grab it like this. You see there's a little sleeve there. Just a little sleeve. Pop the sleeve off. Turn the jig. Pops right off. How fast is that? How fast is that? Drop it down. Let's say I want to go golden shad. Maybe I want to go 1 ounce. I slap it on. Pop it in. Take the sleeve. Stick it right on there like that. And there we go. I have a 1 ounce golden shad on. Still have the blade. But let's say this blade isn't what I want. Maybe this blade is a little too big. Maybe the water's crystal clear like us Colorado River folks. I take that quick change clevis, I pop it back. Look how fast it is. It falls off. I grab it, put another one on, a smaller blade. There we go. Grab the clevis, stick it on. And now I have a clear water bait that I could throw down there in 30, 40, 50 foot of water with a 1 ounce bait. Or when it's blowing and howling at 30 miles an hour. I mean, really, isn't that not the coolest? How about different colors? You know, it's springtime, the bite's on, my shad color's not working. I come over here, again, pull the clevis, and release it, and I put on a different color. I can do it over and over and over. The system is so versatile. I can throw on a Colorado blade, I can throw on a bluegill in seconds based on one single system, one wire. Isn't that the coolest? but it goes further than that. I'll tell you what else is really great. You know what? Let's go back to this wire here. If I want to do something different, let's say I want to be more versatile, I can come over here to my swim jigs. Here's just a regular old swim jig. Take that swim jig right out of your box and stick it right on there. And there you go. Now you have a spinnerbait with a very light weed guard that you can throw into the thickest of brush. That fast. Oh, you want to go with bluegill? Grab your swim jig, grab a bluegill swim jig, snap it on, and you're good. Oops. It should helps if you put it on right side. There we go. And there you go. It's that fast, guys. Isn't that cool? Now I've got a bluegill. And again, as you know, I can change the blade out any way I want. But let me show you something else that this does. Because this flows freely, as you can see, this jig is just moving freely. Watch this. I could take a paddle tail worm or a boot tail, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I could take a regular boot tail. I could put that on there. And what happens now is that boot tail is going to have so much thump, so much action and vibration that it's actually going to move this entire jig. So this jig actually is going to roll and bounce. It's going to actually react to the vibration and thump of that boot tail or that paddle tail. It's kind of like having a crankbait at the end of your line. It's that different, it's that special. This is really something else. Now, let me show you something else that's really cool and versatile about this. You could take blades like this, put them on in seconds. You can take blades like this, it goes on in seconds. I can go with colored blades, chartreuse, it doesn't matter. I could make this spinnerbait as customized as I want to make it. But guess what? They also took the system and gave it to buzzbaits. Here we have a black buzzbait. But again, you disconnect the system, you pop off the head, the bait, there it comes off. Now, if I want to use a black buzzbait, let's say with, here, bluegill. Grab it, pop it on, grab the connector, slide it up, and that fast, I've got a bluegill buzzbait. I want to make it look better. How about taking this boot tail right here, you slap that boot tail on there, and now that thing is just ripping across the top of the water. Ripping. It's just amazing the action you're going to get. You've never seen anything like it. It's really exciting. Shad, easy. Again, it's versatile. I can put on the golden shad. I can come down here and grab a chartreuse shad. Guys, whatever the conditions, whether it's blowing, raining, whether the water's dirty, dingy, or crystal clear, whether you want to fish on top, whether you want to fish burning a spinnerbait, or whether you want to solo roll it down there in 30 and 40 feet, the Canyon Plastics spinnerbait concept is unmatched in versatility. I urge you, go to canyonplastics.com, check it out. If you have questions, call Jay Pennington. You will not regret it. Thank you.